We're so happy with the way things turned out in New York a couple weeks ago. And I was saying last night to a couple of Alexis' friends, there's so few moments in this life where you have an expectation, a high expectation for something where it ever meets what you think it's going to be. And you always end up as much fun as you have, as happy as you are, a little bit disappointed by whatever didn't go right or didn't quite live up to that image in your head. And on that day 2 weeks ago, everything that could have gone wrong, which usually in my life does, went right. We didn't have a place, and we just randomly found like this gazebo right by the water. We were just going to go to like City Hall, and one of our best friends' fathers was able to officiate for us. Families were there, everyone healthy and happy. It was one of those days, and we couldn't have asked for anything better. But being here tonight with everyone, it starts to feel a little bit more complete. Because as much as that moment was perfect for us on that day, it couldn't really be complete until tonight, until we share it with you, and then in Miami when we share it with Alexis' family. So our goal was to have one tiny wedding, and we've ended up with 3. But we're so glad to share this with you, and again, thank you for being so supportive of us throughout the years, both as individuals and now especially together as a couple. We're so grateful for all of you being here. Oh, I'm not the bonus.
You need a little space. Okay, stand up.
What are we doing? I don't know, he needs space.
Yeah, you're going to do the running lead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
More?
But where are you going?
She's going to have to catch her.
darling.
Alexis,
Oh, darling.
I vow to you that I will always care for you when you're sick, hold your hand when you're anxious, and comfort you when you're too scared to face the day. I also vow that I'll probably, unfortunately, continue to disregard the perilous impact of my untreated lactose intolerance on my local surroundings, and especially you as my loved one. But I also vow that I will always desire you, always find you as stunning and radiant as I did when I first saw you. But I also vow that I'll sometimes get irritable, moody, impatient about silly little things, especially when I'm hungry. I will always adore and cherish you regardless of what obstacles or struggles we face. I will sometimes be crude and juvenile in my humor, sometimes even to the point of being hurtful because I'm just not being mindful enough about the power of my words. I will always be faithfully committed to you in body, mind, and spirit. I will never cheat on you. I will never stray from you. I will always ensure that you are the most important woman in my life. I will sometimes be too concerned with myself and my own ambitions and need reminding about what is most important in this life. I will make every effort to stay romantic, to stay passionate, to insist on finding time to nurture intimacy amidst the ringing phones and beeping email notifications and crying babies, if we're lucky, and endless errands. I will sometimes take you for granted because if we're lucky enough, it's going to be a long fucking life. I will promise to grow with you, learn with you, always try to improve myself, and always try to strengthen us, to choose building us up over breaking us down. And I vow to you that I will freak out about money. I waste too many days concerned with trying to control the uncontrollable future. I vow that I will listen to you and encourage you, always be there for you and always be on your side, even if that sometimes means challenging you or pushing you to get better and to be better. I will also probably pick silly little fights with you, instigating unnecessary conflict simply in order to get a rise out of you, because that's what I've learned, and that's what I know. will promise to fight fair, to remember that you are my ally and not my enemy, to always trust that you are my partner and not my detractor. I will sometimes resort to judging your faith, judging your beliefs, judging your values that diverge from my own, emphasizing the differences instead of embracing the commonalities. I will continue to value you for your independence, your resilience, and your strength. I will continue to be inspired by you, to look up to you, and to listen to your counsel. I will also vow to sometimes throw hissy fits when I don't like your guidance. Throwing a tantrum or getting defensive instead of truly listening to and embracing your feedback. But I will vow to continue to tell you all the time how much I love you, repeating it to the point of ridiculousness, never letting you forget for a second how true and unyielding that love is, how worthy of receiving it you are. I will maybe battle depression, overthinking everything, drifting away, and getting lost in the dark and deep caverns of my own mind. But I vow to always return from wherever I go in my own head to be present for you and with you when it matters most. And most of all, Alexis, I vow that I will always insist on taking more steps with you than without you, more steps toward you than away from you, sometimes for the worse, but I vow on the balance, always more for the better.
So we're going to have some champagne passed around now, and we're going to, if he's ever inspired to toast them, can. There's no